I've been asked many times about this question. Can I change my destiny? Or something along the lines of, I've met with so-and-so astrologer or fortune teller, he or she told me that my life is destined for that or fated for that, I'm not really comfortable or happy with it. Can I actually change this? So this has been a big question, even for myself when I was just a student of astrology when I first started. Obviously, when people study astrology, at some point in our lives, is either we were intrigued with what life has to offer, or we're not really happy with the period of time we're going through, or we're a little bit lost at the time. We're looking for answers. We want to become better. So bottom line is we want to become better. We want to see how we can improve, right? But if everything about our life is already predestined, is stated in the stars, or written in the stars, or is fated from the start, or someone out there has a plan for us, then what's the point of even trying in the first place, right? So this is a big misconception, or rather a misunderstanding when it comes to metaphysics. So I hope that through our mini table talk here today, we can address this important aspect. Now, firstly, there is a huge difference between fate and destiny. Okay? There's a huge difference between fate and destiny. Fate is somewhat like, if you go to a bar and you met the girl of your dreams, that's fate. What happens after you meet the girl of your dreams that night or the week after, that's your destiny. So at some parts of our life, you can say that fate has a hand in it. For example, the people that you meet, the parents that you're born to, the resources that you have been given, that is fate, because you're born with it and you have no role or say in that part of your life. So that sometimes people tend to say, all my life is fated, I'm born to this sort of family, I have this sort of restrictions, etc. Okay, that's fate. But what you choose to do with the things that you're given, with what you choose with the opportunities and or the so-called circumstances or meetings or interesting people that are in your life that you meet, then that's your destiny. Destiny, it means that there is an enormous amount of control and or willpower on your part. Now, of course, people will say, there's like a blur line between these two things, right? Some people think that they're destined for greatness, okay? And some people say, no, my fate is like that, it's so much limited, I'm in a miserable place and so forth, Of course, circumstances are different for different people. However, there are certain things that are still the same. For example, the amount of time, okay? The freedom, right? Now, many people have misunderstood the concept of freedom. They think, freedom means I want to do whatever I want, including all the bad shit that I want to do. Okay, not really. Freedom is your ability to decide if you want to exercise responsibility and act responsibly and act in response to the circumstances that are presented to you in your life. That's your fate, right? How you respond to it, that's your freedom, your choice to choose what to do with it. And that actually allows you to design the destiny that you want to have in your life, okay? So when we say we look at an astrology chart, when we say we look at a person's destiny chart, we are looking at two things, okay? We are looking at, the part where fate says what type of so-called, resources that you have. Now, we gotta have something, okay? At least you have the time, you are alive, you have the energy to still be alive right now, you still have your thoughts with you, you still have your emotions, you still have a physical body, right? So that is what you have. And of course, how you choose to use that to maximize, right? To maximize certain opportunities and or, maximize certain fate so it turns into a positive destiny for you. That's why we study the astrology chart or a metaphysics chart, okay? It's not to say that our life is fated, that we're going to be doom and gloom. No, it's about making decisions so that we could choose the path that has the best scenery for us, that has the option where we could be in circumstances where we are more fulfilled, happier, and be able to use what we have, our talents, our ability to serve in a community that we are interested in serving. Okay, so this is why it's important that the first step into understanding whether or not you could change destiny is to take ownership of this life. Okay, you got to take ownership of it. If you feel and actually believe that you're not in control, then there's nothing you can do to change it. Then everything is fated, right? Because you are not always handed out a very nice piece of fate, right? Some people might think, there must be a divine power out there, or a special thing that just program everything nicely for me. Yes, maybe, but also maybe not. Nobody knows whether there is or isn't, okay? Because if you look at the world, right, there are billions of people out there, that maybe there wasn't a grand plan for you. So the grand plan is already created for you to go and pursue, because you need to maximize the talent and you didn't do it. You just left everything to chances, and that's why they're suffering, okay? So maybe it's your responsibility to actually become the best that you can be, given the circumstances, given these opportunities, given that the fact that you have this energy, you have your thoughts, you have your emotions. Maybe part of it is for you to learn how to control these thoughts. Part of it is learn how to control your emotions. Whereas a lot of people don't even want to control their thoughts, so their thoughts are attacking them all the time, right? The negativity is with them everywhere they go. And some people, they don't want to learn how to manage their emotions, and the emotions are against them all the time. So they're angry, frustrated, jealous, and basically pissed off at everything, and basically feel that they're victims of whatever that's happening to them. That is their emotional side, basically out of control. So the thing is, we need to exercise our freedom to control it. We have that freedom to control it. The thing is, astrology only helps us understand this and allows us, to understand where that's like an operation manual, right? How do we control this? What do we do? So that we could achieve the destiny that we want to achieve, okay? So a lot of times people would ask, am I fated to become rich or fated to become successful? Well, you're not really fated to become successful nor unsuccessful. The question is, do you want to take the chart that you have, or whatever talent or abilities that you have, and be the best in that field? Okay, when you're in the best in the field, then naturally there will be some rewards and therefore good results as a result of you being the best in that field. Okay, if you are the best in whatever you do, you will be able to serve the community, be able to, give more value and impact more lives. And naturally, if you impact 1 million lives, you will be able to make $1 million, because simply what your work is important to other people. But the thing is, if every time you just focus on, there must be fate, you're just waiting for shit to happen. What if there wasn't a grand plan, right? What if there's no grand plan, right? The grand plan is you need to do something, you didn't do it, then, you didn't maximize your so-called fate. So the thing is, there's a thin line between fate and destiny is within your control. So to answer this question, whether or not a person can change his destiny, first of all, the destiny is not yet written. Only fate part is whatever you're given. And fate is constantly unfolding as well. It unfolds, it's like this. It's like if you played video games before, you know how you play video games? We grew up in an era where we played video games, where at first the map is dark and then there's a red dot to indicate where you are, and then as you were exploring the map, more and more of the maps it becomes brighter. You can see more details, where the villages are, where the castles are, where the bridges are, the ocean is, and everything else when you explore that map. Okay, so but here's the thing: when you don't explore the map in the game, therefore you don't have access to those opportunities that are there, the adventure that lies in the areas that are yet unknown to you. So the thing is, if you would like more of your fate to unfold, then you have to go out and create that consciousness, right? The map is like your consciousness. The more you're conscious, now the map is already there. The question is, are you conscious of what is in that map? Okay, it's like a person in a dark room that has a lot of people, but because it's a dark room, you don't know everyone's there, but you probably are a little bit aware that there are people in the room, but you just don't know who they are. But when they turn on the lights and as you explore, you say, so and so is in the room. That's because you could see them. So it's in your destiny chart, has everything in there. Your Patsa chart, your astrology chart, everything is in there. But the thing is, there's no light. The light's not turned on. So the more you explore the map, or the more you explore the territories, the more this map expands and the more opportunities you will see. And as you meet with those opportunities, then you could actually decide what you want to do with it, what you want to do when you're given those chances. Now, if you're some of the people who are afraid of making decisions, or afraid of learning, taking responsibility to make decisions, you delay it, you procrastinate, you don't want to do stuff, then when you meet with important opportunities, you will also be scared to make that decision because you didn't train yourself to make decisions. If you can't make the small decisions, you cannot also make the big decisions. So you got to start training. So part of the whole idea of understanding astrology is not to see that life is fated. Really is to understand what options we have and how do we train ourselves to become better and better, so that when we meet with bigger opportunities, we have the courage to pursue them. Okay, and so that is why we need to understand the astrology. Okay, it's not about, oh, I'm going to predict this and predict that. I know some astrologers like to do that. That's called mundane astrology, to predict world events, but that hardly has any use for anybody. Okay, how is that going to change your life, right? It's more important that you understand astrology to change your life, to become better. When you finally feel happier, mentally, emotionally, and even on a physical level, you are actually performing better. Isn't that the greatest transformation that you're actually looking for? So I hope this video helps you understand that it is possible to design the destiny that you want by understanding your fate, understanding your destiny chart. If you like more videos like this, be sure to leave me a comment at this video below, and or don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click on the bell icon to get notifications. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson.